Never fight for his attention. Do this instead. We've all been in a situation where we have been craving a guy's attention and he just isn't interested, or he hasn't noticed all of the hints you're throwing at him. You start to feel frustrated and like you want to give up and just walk away. Well, don't do that. Do this instead. We've knuckled down and put our heads together to find some tips and tricks that you can use to capture his attention. We don't beg for attention, and we certainly don't go head to head with another woman. We don't compete, and any guy who makes you feel like you're in a competition, get rid of them. Eye contact. There isn't one person on this planet that doesn't get that little flip feeling in their stomach when they make direct eye contact with someone, especially if they find that person attractive. If you make eye contact with him from across the room, then you're sending him signals that you're interested and inviting him over to you subconsciously. This will boost his ego and give him a confidence boost, linking a happy hormone to looking at you. Laugh. Men love to make women laugh. Not only does it make them smile, but it also makes them feel good to know that they have the ability to make someone else laugh. If he isn't giving you attention, maybe he's engrossed in a conversation with someone else and ignoring you, the best thing you can do is laugh loud enough for him to hear you. His ears will perk up and he will become curious as to who is making you laugh. You never know, the little green-eyed monster may make a little appearance too. Smile. When you smile, your face automatically lights up and your features become more prominent. Smiling is very contagious when you capture someone else's eye. They will smile back even if they don't think twice about it. Not only is a smile pretty to look at, but it also makes you look more friendly and approachable. So, if you're looking to capture his attention, smile at him. He will smile back and his brain will ping and say, "Hey, she made us smile, let's talk to her." Act unbothered. Now, if he is choosing to ignore you for whatever reason but you want to talk to him, the best thing you can do is ignore him too. I know, it sounds crazy, but hear me out. Men hate to be ignored and not feel like they're in control. So, if you act unbothered by him ignoring you and you start to ignore him, then you kick the ball into your corner and he will instantly want to talk to you again because he wants what he can't have. Mirror. If he is ignoring you without actually ignoring you, maybe he's shortening the conversation or he seems bored, the best thing to do when he's acting like this is to mirror his actions. If you act like he is boring you, you will spark his curiosity and he will then try to make an effort again. Men love to be in control, so if they feel like the situation isn't on his terms, then he won't be happy and will get things right back on track. Alternatively, if you mirror his actions and behaviours in a positive way, his brain will link you and positive emotions together. When we spend a lot of time with someone, we tend to adopt their mannerisms and characteristics. So you will trick him and his brain into thinking you spend a good amount of time together, and therefore you must have a connection and strong feelings for each other. Smell nice. Never underestimate the power of a nice perfume. When you smell nice, people will be able to smell you from a distance away. Sometimes, even before they see you, they will be able to smell you. This will for sure grab his attention. Dress. The way you dress could be the difference between being noticed or blending in with the crowd. One way you can stand out is to wear clothes that you feel confident and sexy in, because the confidence will shine through and everybody will be able to notice you. He will for sure notice you if you're dressed nice or sexy. He won't be able to take his eyes off you. Kind of like a red highlighter in a box of black pens. Confidence. You could be wearing a paper bag, no makeup, your hair all messy and no shoes. But if you feel confident in yourself, it will show. When you radiate confidence, the people around you will be able to feel it too. And men love a confident woman. So stand with your shoulders back, head up and make a strong posture. Confidence is key, and if you don't feel it, then you can always pretend to feel confident. Then you'll trick your brain into thinking you're confident too. Common. One way you can grab his attention is by finding a subject that you're both interested in and sparking up a conversation with him about it. Not only will this settle your nerves around him, but it will get the conversation flowing. Once you find common ground with him, then you'll be able to venture further into getting to know him. The more you talk and get to know each other, the more of his attention you will have. It's a win-win for both parties. Have fun. If you come across like a stick in the mud, then you're not going to catch anybody's eye, let alone grab their attention and hold it. One way to ensure that he wants to spend time with you is by coming across as a fun person. Try not to take things too seriously and have an open mind when it comes to the activities he wants to do. It may not be the first thing on your bucket list, but if you want him to try something you'd like to do, make sure you're open to trying new things that he likes to do too. Being a fun person makes people around you feel free and happy, so their brain will associate the happy hormones with spending time with you. Listen. I know it may be a little shocking to know, but a lot of men do feel like women talk at them and not to them. They don't feel like women listen to them, especially if they're expressing how they feel and a woman doesn't agree. One way you can stand out from the crowd is by actively listening to them and creating a safe environment for him to freely express himself without the fear of being judged. Help. Men love to feel needed, so if you ask him to help you to do something, then you will instantly spark his interest and his masculine side too. You could ask him to help you lift something heavy, which would make him feel strong and protective. You could ask him to look at your car, which will make him feel smart and manly when it comes to mechanics. It could even be something very simple like asking for advice. This shows that you trust him and his judgment. Mystery. One way you will for sure spark his interest and get his attention is by being a little mysterious during the getting to know each other stage. If you hold your cards close to your chest and try not to give too much away, then it will keep him guessing and jumping through hoops to try and find out an answer. Sometimes it can be a bit boring to meet somebody and they just blurt out every detail about them. It's just not as fun as guessing and playing little games to get to know them and earn those little tidbits of information. Honest. One way you can get a man's attention is by being honest and straightforward from the very first meeting. Men prefer to know what your expectations are and what page you're on when it comes to a relationship, so that there's no crossed wires or heartbreak if one of you wants something different. Sometimes honesty can be harder, but it's better to be hurt by the truth than to be protected by a lie. You don't have to fight for a guy's attention in order to get it. There are several things you can do to catch his eye, and then his curiosity will get the better of him. Once you've got him hooked, then the ball is in your court. So, you only need to get the bait and put it on the hook. Hopefully, these tips and tricks will help you do that. Ladies, if there are any other ways you can capture a guy's attention, then do drop us a comment in the box below so that we can share this information with our fellow women. And guys, if there is something you think a woman can do to spark your interest, then of course we would love to hear your opinion too.